And we are back, baby. We back.
We back.
Welcome everyone.
Did
Can
we
you
get
hear
any
us?
any
Looks like you
YouTube
can hear
comments
us.
last week? Or were we getting comments in the chat, or were we pretty
What?
pretty
No, we
live?
weren't
I
live.
think we
We weren't
just
live.
Oh, we weren't live.
yeah,
No,
That's
we
right.
just
we talked.
recorded. Yeah.
No, we weren't live.
Mm.
Let me double check. It looks like the mics are working, but I want to make
Check, check,
Sure,
test.
please
Looks
make
like it.
sure.
Check,
looks
check,
like it.
test. He said,
I'll look.
please make sure. He's gonna have a hard
I'll
time
look.
editing this
I'll-
without before we dive into the actual
no audio.
podcast. Start off with the weekend. All
Yeah,
right, we'll start it
weekend
off with Miguel because
reviews.
I missed last week. So
Oh yeah.
Miguel,
yeah,
what did
it's
we
all good.
what did we do this past weekend?
I really didn't do much this past weekend. Once again, this is like I was just telling you guys, it's been a pretty slow month for me as far as like doing stuff on the weekends. I mean,
Which is
I guess-
good.
yeah.
Weekends are supposed to be for time off.
yeah, just relaxing a little bit. I've been spending a lot of time with my fiance too, because it's her birth month, as she likes to say. She doesn't just celebrate her day; it's a whole month of activities and enjoying herself. So
I just got out of that month.
yeah, bro, that's
It's
nice.
it's a long month, man.
It is.
Is her birthday at the beginning of the month or the end?
So her birthday is on the 20th.
See, that's where it's rough. Cause
Yeah,
if it was like on the 3rd,
yeah,
then if it was not like on the 3rd, then you'd understand.
right.
You're like
For
the birthday would hit and it'd feel like it'd tail off, but it's like a whole build up to that day.
The entire-
27th
Yeah,
is my wife's.
really
So 27th.
nice.
Call that back later, but yeah, no, birth months. Tough.
Yeah, bro.
That's
It's
tough.
just, I mean,
Still
she
fun.
had fun though, so can't really complain. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. So
There you go.
yeah,
That's the
you
easiest-
know,
that's
bro.
dude, I know.
Yeah.
You know, we all kind
Yeah, all of us.
we
I
all
mean,
know to varying degrees. He's about to find out.
It's not.
it's a good thing, guys. We're
We
not
know.
laughing
You
at
didn't
him.
get- Engaged to her.
I'm the only one that's married. I guess
was
you
gonna
guys
say,
are in the
about
same
to
boat,
find
right?
out.
You guys are
Yeah.
both about to find out in a good way,
Yeah,
for the most part.
but yeah, man, just hung out.
Come on
That's
out,
really it. I'll pass the torch to you. What did you do?
So this weekend, I actually went to a Rays game, caught a Rays game on Friday,
Oh,
and that was fun. The tickets are getting more expensive with the Rays winning games. I don't know.
Dude,
how-
they're
love
19 and
that.
3.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. They're actually that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one of their 3 losses.
Oh
Kind of
man.
cool that way, I guess.
19 and 3. I looked that up yesterday.
But even when they lose, they struck out the other team 10 times, and I got free taco and a drink. So
Wow.
they really can't lose. Even when they lose, they struck them out 10 times, which is good enough for me. I'm a Cardinals fan, so I'm really just there pulling for some strikeouts. But no, I did that on Friday. Saturday, just got a new push mower, so I had to push mow the lawn. Got that up and going. So
I don't miss that.
dang, man, you know what? I kind of missed it
For a little
What?
bit.
for the
like,
first 5 minutes.
Yeah, of
I
course.
was like, dang. I've done this in forever,
Nostalgia.
dude. I
Yeah.
got done and I forgot with the push mower, just like my hands were all tingly for like an hour and a half after I was done.
You were probably just like
Dude,
holding
I
and
was.
gripping
Oh.
the handle of the mower just the whole time.
45 minutes.
Yeah, see,
45 minutes.
it's
Well,
funny.
if you don't hold the mower, then it.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
won't go, obviously.
But like I'm
but
just saying, like it's just like vibrating.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Once
yeah.
you get done, it's like that. It's like that feeling of like running on the treadmill and then you stop and like you can
Yeah.
like glide up the stairs.
yes.
Like my hands, it was just like felt like I was still mowing. But I actually guess I did have a. And then I watched the Warriors win yesterday, even up the series. So that was my Sunday.
See, I had a hot take about that. Like when they were down early.
What's your hot take?
No, just because Sacramento, they were looking so good, bro. And
Dude,
I'm
they
like,
do. They're a good team.
they're like the ball movement and everything. I'm like, yeah, they look great. But
A lot of people say they're like the younger Warriors.
for
Like
sure.
the Warriors are at the end of their stage, and the Kings like the Warriors. Like I mean, they lost X amount of times before they finally broke through.
Yeah,
like
right,
the
right.
Kings. It's been 16, 17 years since they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So that series has been fun
yeah.
for
It's
sure.
been really good basketball
2-2.
there.
Still got Warriors in 6. But either way, what do you got? What'd you do this past weekend?
Yeah, I went to go tour wedding venues. That was fun.
Very
Mm.
nice, bro.
So walked, toured around the area, and yeah, I think we found the one. It's on the beach, not exactly on the beach, but over by the beach. And yeah, it's just
That's
it's
a
weird,
crazy
dude.
feeling, man.
It's a weird feeling. Super weird. Like just
Have you
sit
guys
down
talked about that at all yet? Or
Bro, we tried.
tried?
It
You
just
kinda, I mean, it's tough. He
brain
knows.
overload.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
I mean, we're starting early though. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like
good. That's very good.
our set date is like early November next year.
So like well over a year out.
Yeah,
so.
well over. Well,
So
the thing
that's
is
the way to do it.
our
I almost
ideal
have to
year
do
or
it.
our ideal date has already been taken. So it's like people are already. It's crazy. That's the one thing that blew my mind was that
And we're
now
in
you were
Florida too.
you were like kind of the COVID, so I understand like people were trying
Yeah.
to like rush and get those marrieds in,
yeah.
Yeah.
those weddings, not
Those
marrieds.
marrieds.
Married.
No, yeah, I got married in the middle of COVID. And, like, the craziest part was kind of similar to you, which is like, you get married and you think like, I'm just gonna have it here on this date, as if
Yeah.
like there's not other people in the world.
Right.
It's like, gosh. So like I told him, he knows, but like, I was trying to get married at the same venue that my brother did because we loved the venue. It was like beautiful, and like I was getting married in Missouri in a smaller town. It's like 45 minutes to 50 minutes to each venue. So it's not like being down here where everything's 15 minutes away. But like, there's how many venues would you say just in general around us?
Oh, I'm sure there's a
Yeah,
ton.
decent amount.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah,
the
but,
church
like-
counts. But like for me it was like either a church or they had like 3 venues all within like an hour radius. Otherwise you're talking an hour 40. And it just happened that we were trying to get married where like our families kind of were in the same spot for us. So we were trying to get a date. We're like, yeah, what's it looking like for this? And like, yeah, you can't get married there for like it's 2 years out. We're like, and we were in the opposite
Wow.
boat of him. We got engaged in November and like wanted to get married that summer. So we had like 10, 11 months or something to plan, but something fell through like on the exact time while we were looking for venues, and they called us and they said, hey, like this weekend's open. Do you want to do it then? And we're like, let's go.
Let's go ahead and do
Dude.
it. Yeah.
That was
Nice.
a wild. That was a
It
wild
was
time, dude.
So I can feel that relief of when that happened. Because like once you find the venue, like you can't do anything until you find the venue.
Yeah, very true.
You can't do anything. What are you gonna like? You don't know what decor or decorations you
Mhm.
want to get because sometimes they supply it. Sometimes you need something to match with the venue. So the venue can get shaky for sure.
Yeah, but no, I mean his venue was pretty cool. It was weird though, like going up to it, cause like you would drive and it was outside of his town, but like you'd have to pass the Amish. So like we're driving by and there's like
I don't live in the city.
That's
Or
like
near it.
people, yeah, horseback coming back, and there's like an Amish market on the
that
left.
just happens to be that way. If you drove the other way, you wouldn't see that. But that way out of town, that's going towards Iowa, and yeah,
there's Amish people in Missouri. Like
I feel like
that's
there's Amish people everywhere.
I mean,
Am I right to say that?
Probably.
Probably, but I
Uh,
mean, I live specifically.
It was pretty fun.
I
though.
live near a hotbed for Amish people.
okay.
Like,
All right.
I would say,
All right.
because it's like an Amish town. Because
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense then.
because yeah, I was like, that does put it in a certain light.
Mhm.
It's just that way out of town. The other 3 ways out of town, you're not probably gonna pass the Amish.
It was funny though.
You might
'cause
pass the Amish, but
Yeah,
'cause,
just
you know,
horseback people.
My fiance never like small town, nothing like
Yeah.
that. So like
I
seeing that,
remember
and
you
she's like,
saying that.
it's the Amish. I was
Uh,
like, yeah, that's the Amish right there.
Great people. I've never actually really.
No, I mean,
I don't think they're gonna be tuned into the stream. So
no,
it's
they're
okay.
not. Shout out to the Amish though.
Shout out to the
Like,
Amish.
we just
Oh,
got to shout
no.
them out.
Shout them out.
But yeah, no, the wedding venue was nice.
That's
It was
good,
nice,
bro.
but hey, I'm just there.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
That's
Oh my
all.
gosh.
That's all the wifey.
get your
That's
input
all
in.
the misses.
That's it.
She's like,
mhm.
"Do you like it?" I was like, "As long as you like it."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm like, "Sure, it
Dude,
looks
that
great
is
to me."
Such a merry-go-round, yeah. Just because I mean, it's your guys' both days. So you want everyone to, but like,
It's
gosh,
her
like that's
day.
like I like that's
It's
how it
her
is.
day.
Yeah.
No matter
technically,
what.
Yeah, I feel that. My fiance and I have that conversation too. I'm like, whatever's gonna make you, and she's always like, no, like you're gonna get married too, and I'm like, I
Which is-
am, but like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with wherever we are as long as we get married and we
Yeah.
do it and we're both happy. I'm good.
Yeah.
So,
So no, it was a lot of fun though. But
it's
yeah,
great.
it was good. It was
Alright,
good. It was a
well-
good time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the venue. Be nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I mean, you said it's pretty much locked in, but
Yeah. We'll see.
hopefully
We
it gets
gotta
locked in because like,
we
hey,
gotta
who
talk
knows
to
what can
him
happen.
this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we just went there this weekend, so I'm
It's
sure
like
they're
it's
busy.
kind of like it's my parents were house hunting and stuff like you have to be on the market, like you at least want to put your name in at these places because I told you like who knows who's gonna call with the cancellation around your wedding date or time. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like they just come off, they
That-
fly off the market.
Yeah, that
so
was the thing
fast.
because it was like an open house, so like a bunch of
And
couples were
that's
there,
oh my
and so it was like
gosh.
I could feel my my fiance just be like, "We gotta do it now.
Yeah.
We gotta do it
No.
now. We have to talk to her right now." And I'm like, "She's busy talking to
Mhm.
someone else."
Dude,
It's like I'm sure it's fine. Like we were there yesterday.
Yeah.
We're good. Don't worry. Everything should be a-okay. I'm sure she's gonna respond today. And
Yeah.
we'll get it all fixed. But yeah, she was
you
like,
just never want
"I
to be.
want it."
It just always feels like you're in that setting. Is there someone being more ambitious or more pushy? But then you're like, do you want to push too much? And then they may go with someone
Right,
else, and it's like, how do you
yeah.
walk that line?
Yeah. That's
Uh,
tough. That's a tough one.
But
for
yeah,
sure.
no, that was my weekend. So it was a busy weekend.
That's
That's
good,
good.
bro.
Pretty
Wrapping up
good.
The weekend talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So let's move into our main part right here. So I thought of this question just because I feel like it happens all the time. So people always talk about technology, like what are the benefits of it, what are the downsides, and we always like I feel like this is like a revolving conversation just because we always get new stuff. Like even in the last 5 years, and just looking at the biggest thing for me right now is the AI stuff. Like,
Oh yeah,
bro,
dude, I
oh
love
my,
it.
I'm in the same boat.
I actually heard
I
some
am.
news about you're gonna get some beefed up editing
Yes.
with Adobe
Yes,
and
bro.
Premiere Pro and
I
AI.
saw all of it, and I'm just like that's incredible. But yeah, let's just get into that. I mean, whatever specific technology.
There's no one better to kick that off than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of mean.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say. Yeah,
because with
let's-
the AI, with the AI technology, like I mean you of between us, you were probably on it first, but like they're put at the same time. It feels like it was rising almost too fast. Because I'm about to kick this to you. Like it felt like it was rising too fast, and then they obviously like people came together and like signed like a stop development, or at least there was something, right? Like they
Right.
came out and did
Mhm.
something along those
Some
lines. But
initiative.
then next thing
Yeah.
you know, you go to bed, wake up, and my AI is on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that yet.
I
'Cause
heard
you don't have
about it.
but it is on there.
Well,
Like, so they,
I-
they have like a my AI thing on Snapchat. So at the same time, it's like where is this going?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways. I mean, people are. I mean, there's papers coming out almost every single month now about like, there's glimpses of AI like having self thought and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, like crazy stuff. Now, like you've heard of Chat GPT,
Yeah.
which is like kind of the one of the first market movers when it comes to that stuff. Now there's things called Auto GPT, where people are writing programs that it automatically feeds, like it's a feedback loop, and it allows it to have like a memory. So you start saying like, I want to build a freelance videography studio. Like, how do I do that? And then it's like, okay, it's like first get a camera, right? And then it goes, all right, what type of camera? And then it goes and searches on Google, what's the best cameras, finds the camera, finds the deal, buys it off of Amazon for you. Like, it starts like navigating. Okay, now you have the camera. Okay, now we're gonna book you clients. Let's reach out. Let's build you an Instagram, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's getting pretty crazy, but I mean, it's a lot of hype. But like, I use it all the time, and it's pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not there
Well,
yet.
because I
like,
know, because I have seen specific examples of like it can fabricate certain things, or it can
Yeah.
like I've seen like if you gaslight's the wrong word, but you can say something like you can almost elicit a response based off of like the way that you ask questions.
Yeah.
Like one time it said something like I saw someone like having an interaction with it, and this could all be fake or it could be true, but like he was like, "Hey, that's not true," and it said, "Oh, sorry," and it said, "Don't do that again," and it said, "Okay."
Yeah.
So like along those lines, so like where, because I mean we've seen
Yeah.
it write papers in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, but like
There's a lot of. I mean, it's very early in its time, but like,
Mhm.
yeah, there's certain things I've seen like screenshots. It's like, what's 2 + 2, and it says 4, and it said no, it's 5. And you ask it, what's 2 + 2? It says 4, and you go, no, remember what I said? And they go, oh, okay. And then he asks again, what's 2 + 2? And it says 5. So it's just like, it's so not.
oh, so you can almost okay.
Yeah,
Very intricate.
You
it's-
can influence it.
Yeah, you
somehow.
can.
Like it's almost
not
like your own personal robot. if
right.
you-
It's more like an assistant more
Mhm.
than like it's gonna take over jobs and stuff. At least at this stage.
Yeah.
As it learns and progresses, I'm sure that's why like Elon Musk and all them started the initiative like, like, hey, let's put a halt on like getting too crazy too quick because we don't know where this is gonna spiral.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, I mean, like one tool, for example, that game changed everything and it allowed us to like grow our content a lot faster was the software Descript. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Descript.
Yeah.
Love it. Built on
That's nice.
AI.
Is it really?
Built on AI. That's how it generates all the subtitles for our YouTube shorts and stuff like that. So that's super nice, super helpful to have.
Yeah.
And there's like, like another one that we use a lot is background, or what is it called? Remove.bg.
Oh, remove background. Yeah.
And
remove BG.
that uses AI too to
So
remove the
how much
background.
stuff is fundamentally out there that's because remove.bg's been out for years
Mhm.
before we were talking about AI
Yeah.
in this context. Like AI is just more of, it's not like a new concept. It's been out forever and now it's like being like branded this
So-
specific way.
So yes, like early stages of AI, they're like we're focused on like, for instance, the remove background. Like
Mhm.
they trained their programs to specifically do one thing, and that was remove the
No matter what you
detect
feed
the
it, it's
object.
gonna remove
Right.
the
So
background.
like it just kept training and like learning on that. Now we've come onto the stage where it's communicating back and forth with you and understanding dialogue and chat. So that's why like the whole chat GPT was so crazy, because no one was able to like, you were only able to feed something and get what the result of the tool. It was just like a really advanced tool.
Mhm.
Now you're just like, now you can just have an open dialogue with it and it responds and interacts with you and provides other feedback. So that's where it's getting a little crazy, because it's not like a specific tool now. It's actually becoming like a multifunctional, AI assistant. So that's the really crazy part when it comes to that.
And when you relate it to studies and stuff like that, it's virtually untraceable because I know and for I mean is virtually untraceable for my English teacher and not for you, right? So I'm saying like if I turn in this paper and they put, because from what I've seen, whenever people would use it that way, I'm not at school anymore, so no self-incriminating here. I actually had to do the work, but whenever you put it in there, it would like you could say give me a source for this, source for that, and it would even get you sources. What's the traceability of that? I was told that you could put it in there and it would come out like zero because they have those like things you can for plagiarism.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, technically, I don't think essays are going to be a thing anymore, really, when it comes to schools.
Yeah.
Just because, one, like, these kids are not going to do it. Like, why would
No.
you? So they're gonna have to just get more creative with either shorter prompts in person. In person is just gonna be huge.
Mhm.
If anything, it's gonna allow teachers. What teachers should do is actually, like, I've seen this on Twitter, and I thought it was a really cool concept of them embracing AI. But they had a what do you call them? A teacher plan? What are those called? Like what
Like
they
a-
have to teach. It's like a plan of
Oh, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it's called. There's a certain term. Forget what it's called.
I'll think of it eventually.
But yeah, he said like, "Hey, I'm trying to teach whatever the subject was. Here's the kind of the breakdown of it. Like, give me some topics to talk about with my students. Here's some, if they answer it this way, like how should I make it better?" So like them helping it that way,
Mhm.
I think is the better move than like actually having them write
The
essays.
problem with
'Cause-
that is then you're gonna have this is like but then you're gonna have teachers having to teach more, right? Like by
Right.
nature you're gonna have to teach more just because the easy thing to do is do this, I'll
Right.
grade it. Like I mean I'm just saying like that's what makes me wonder because you brought it up like these kids aren't gonna do that. Whenever I was growing up, like I was under the impression whatever I showed up to school with I just had to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like but you can see it in sports and you can see it kind of in general maybe with the easier access to money even at younger ages. We haven't talked about it, but you can set up some of these AI things to run a job for you and get you passive income to a
Mhm.
certain degree. So like these kids are getting money younger, and also just the society now, just not that we're all more delicate, but there's just a lot more problems. It seems like. I mean, how do you how much control are they gonna have over like being told what to do and what's gonna be taught and stuff like that? Like
well,
I guess you gotta
mean,
adapt with the times, but
right. I think the good teachers are gonna be fine and the bad teachers are gonna be bad. Like,
Yeah.
and then
teacher
they're gonna lose
shortage
their job.
already though. Teacher shortage already.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
just,
but
it's just yeah,
what's gonna change that though?
that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
I'm-
true.
like I'd rather have the like
if it's all going to more online, maybe it's almost more virtual teaching that can cast out to more people instead of a classroom setting.
That's possible. It's an interesting concept where like school just. I mean, well, would you rather have so like on let's say teachers pay, right?
Right.
Would you have pay, let's say, a teacher 3 times the amount of pay that they're paying, but they have to
teach three.
teach 3 classes and they're online?
The thing is with that, 3 times the amount of like interaction with students. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. You probably have
Yeah.
to hire on like TAs, obviously, to like comb through some of that stuff because like
Well,
the
why not have
teaching-
the
the-
AI grade it?
Fair. So
Like if the students are going to use the AI tools, why
Yeah.
can't the teachers?
yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
they are.
The
Some
thing
of them.
is like, for instance, one of the tools, like, I think what would happen is like, if I were a teacher, I'd be like, you guys can use ChatGPT, right? But I'm gonna put your essay back into ChatGPT, and if it says I wrote it, it's
Yeah.
plagiarism.
Right.
Like you're gonna have to show me your sources, stuff like that. And if not, it's gonna be all prompted.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of ways. I don't think the whole essay submitting, like, you have 2 days to do it. I don't think it's going to be that anymore, though, for sure. But I definitely think teachers can embrace the AI
Mhm.
because they have to, because the students are.
You just have to like it's weird. It's weird for me how I not like I relate to it on a certain level, but I can understand and I can see like in the same way that our Congress is older.
Mhm.
Like, dude, some of these teachers are not gonna get with this. Like, I'd put a
course.
poll
Oh,
out there. I'd
for
say
sure.
50% don't have smartphones of teachers. It might be less or more than that, but I'd say it's at least more than 10% don't. Because not every like for a lot of people, if your life isn't based off being in a phone and you kind of live with the people that you hang
Oh,
out with,
for
and you're not,
sure.
like for a lot of people, it's just not.
Well, then,
It's just too complicated. But like
right.
not too complicated, but overwhelming or whatever you want to call it. To me, this feels way more than like technology. It's like robotic. It's robots. You said free. You said like stream of thought almost through this AI, which
Glimpses.
is glimpses,
Yeah.
which is like not terrifying, but it's like not concerning. I don't know what word you would say. It's interesting. It's something that you
Yeah, it's
want to monitor, and I'm sure it
Yeah.
is what it is. But like I just feel like AI in the grand scheme of like technology is like whatever the next tier up is. Like it's not just like phones.
Oh, it's
and
the evolution for sure.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like it's the
for
next
sure.
evolution of whatever
Yeah.
technology is. I wonder how that's gonna work with these, like honestly, with these teachers.
Well,
I'm honestly very curious about that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all right. So, like, for your older teachers, right? Definitely think, the students, are gonna have the edge. Like those now, those hard things are gonna become easy.
Mhm.
The teacher's not gonna be there that long. You said they're older, right?
True.
So, I mean, we're
True.
talking like your wife. Like, I'm sure she's gonna be on it. Like, I'm sure there's things gonna be in.
Yeah.
It just came out like this year, so I'm sure the school board's already gonna have meetings. The school
They
year's
are.
almost
They're
over.
already talking about
Exactly.
it. They're already talking
See,
about it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's just I understand, like my fiance is completely against it. She's like, I don't think it's she's like nervous kind of cuz she's like
The
it does
potential of
so
it.
yeah, exactly. And the fact that it's showing glimpses like it's like okay, yes, that's great because now we can do more with it. But on the other hand, it's like you're dealing with a machine that has its own mind now. So it's like
Possibly.
yeah, possible exactly. So it's like it's half and half for most people, but I think I don't know. I think it'll be good.
Has she used?
So you
she
lean that
hasn't
way,
used
even though
anything,
she
though,
doesn't.
right?
She has not used it at
Okay.
all. Yeah.
So you gotta have to try it.
That's
I
But
feel
the
like
thing is,
this
if
is
it's-
almost like those kids are using that. Like,
yeah.
But it's one of
It
those.
is.
Yeah,
You
it's one
know?
of those things. If it's not directly gonna help you,
Yeah.
it's like God. It was like
Yeah, but you at least tried it.
no, but like
Wait,
I'm
have
just
you
saying,
tried it?
Not
have you
really,
tried
but no, but
ChatGPT?
not really. But I'm saying there's certain work fields out there
Man.
where that's what I'm saying. There's certain work fields out there where it's maybe gonna help you this much, but really you don't need it. Like it might help you this much, but if you're a construction worker, you're probably just gonna hammer the nail in the hole, right?
Yeah.
So like it's not gonna tell you the angle to hammer the nail. Like for certain jobs, it
Good.
could just be like, I don't use it for my job. All these people are like doing it, and then it creates more divide.
Well, all right. So
That's
let's
an interesting point.
for your construction,
I like
right?
that. That's an
Your
interesting
construction.
point.
You say it's like You say like obviously they're not gonna touch. You know,
the-
someone still
yeah.
has to hit the. Okay, but like, what about 3D printed houses?
Taking away more jobs from the workers.
Someo's gonna
It's
repair the
bad.
That,
robots.
no,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
I mean,
very true.
I mean, the
I
3D
think it
printed
all
thing is an
all
interesting concept.
adapts.
We've talked
Yeah.
about this. Who is it that does it? The ball, the 3D printed ball. Spalding, Wilson.
Oh, Wilson's
Wilson-
coming. Debuted in their NCAA women's.
No, I thought you said it was at the All Star game they unveiled it.
or All Star. One of the like the big. It probably was
I
All
think it
Star.
was the All Star game.
Wilson's coming out with a 3D printed basketball,
Wow.
It doesn't
completely
have to get air-
airless.
Yeah, no air. Didn't have
all
to air it.
black.
What?
The picture is insane. We'll have to show.
We're
it
on the
to
wait list.
Wow. That's gonna be insane to see that, bro.
Yeah.
you. Like the question would be like, how's the grip of it?
Yeah.
And the stuff like that,
Yeah.
because it looks. I don't know if we've heard a video of it, but it looked plastic.
I'll, have to
But
I'll
like,
show you a photo.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
please.
sure
Wow.
there's something that they do to it, but I mean that there is that element to it, but that is even more so gonna make the people doing those jobs frustrated. I mean, the world that we live in. As we sit here on this couch, one of us is getting slighted. Like everyone's getting slighted everywhere in
Yeah.
some form or fashion. So it's like it's just like part of your reality. Like if you hate it that much, go work for the biggest AI company ever where they only use that, and then you're getting the full advantage if you're that mad about not having the advantage of using it. But like it is going to be interesting because whenever it comes to technology plus, I'm calling this tech plus because it's a little bit more than just tech. Technology already still has some people like crazy. Like I just feel like whatever this version of it is, I hope that's why I think it's a good thing that they paused it just to like get together and figure out like what are
What
we
to
trying
do.
to do with this.
Yeah. So I think the way eventually though, like this new age of AI coming on is gonna eliminate the mundane, boring jobs, and that a lot of people are doing. Like, for instance, like I saw not an article, a video yesterday from CNBC about like there's stock adjusting or stock checker robots that go
Yeah,
through
yep.
like Sam's Club and stuff that not only clean the floors but it also checks what's in stock, what's not in stock on the warehouse
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
And did
So
you
like
well did you see that whenever because they made that one thing where they like said they paused all AI. Like
Yeah.
it was like on that one day they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
announced it, and then literally like a couple hours later there were these weather programs tweeting like, hey, if we don't have access to our weather AI, we cannot give you accurate and informed updates.
Yeah.
And they had to make a clause for it to allow for this to go. Like I even saw on Twitter, it was like this MLB Twitter page where it's like it tracks every single home run and if it would have been a home run in every stadium. Or not-
Wow.
some people don't care, but like that's a cool like that Twitter page was huge
Yeah.
because this would have been a home run in
oh
16
yeah,
of
you're talking
30
about the
parks.
API.
This would have
Yeah,
been a home
yeah,
run
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
12 of 14 parks or 12 of 30 parks or whatever. They do it for all kinds of stuff. Advanced analytics are through the roof in sports, so that you just don't realize about all the stuff that's
So much
until-
is already impacting you
until you see
on
the
AI.
bad side of it. Not like whenever someone tries to, or I don't know the bad side, but someone tries to present the harm with it, they're like, "Hey, we've been using this thing for a minute
Forever.
now."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Even Siri.
there's gonna be good AIs versus bad AIs.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, bro.
People are gonna be like that.
I don't know. Overall, I think because I keep hearing this thing where it's like you need to learn how to use it. Like
Yeah,
just
it's just another
even-
tool.
Yeah, literally.
I agree.
And that's I was hesitant at first, like completely hesitant. I'm like, dang, do I really want to jump into this and see what's going on? So I was listening to a podcast and they were naming off all these different AI sites. And so I'm like, okay, let me see how accurate and how detailed this can get. So I type in a prompt and it's just like what I do at work. Like, let me see
Shush.
our top flight security here.
Yeah, we got our guard.
But yeah, I typed in the prompt and the prompt, bro, it broke down a script, it broke down like a shot list, it broke down equipment needed, it broke down like set design, literally everything that all these people on set have to do, like it just did it within a matter of like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, this could either be good or bad because one, like I said, you take the job role of all these different people, like the script writer, the producer, the set designer, like you're doing the job for them basically. All they have to do is go in there and set it up. And at that point, you don't need somebody with technically like super skilled labor. So you could literally just hire somebody to be like, hey, I need help with this. Like, could you come in and do X, Y, and Z on this list? Somebody else come in, do X, Y, and Z on this list. And I had to think about that specifically because it's like, okay, you get people to do this. So that in turn, you save money because once you're specialized, it's like you can charge more,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you get just I hate phrasing it like this, but like the standard employee, like you just get somebody to just come in and do the stuff,
Right.
then it's like, all right, I don't have to pay you that much because you're not thinking about it. You're just like physically doing the work. And from a like big business standpoint, it just makes sense why a lot of these big business companies are just like, yeah, like we want to use it in that way. But on the other hand, like I even think about it in this situation, bro. Like if we could, like if everything was scripted by AI and the content was formatted by AI, it would save some time overall just because it's like you don't have to think about the concepts, just go out there and execute. And then it goes back to like feeding the beast, which is insane because like I mean, technically all of us are feeding the beast at some point, but to move that further along, like you get all that stuff done, you can make more content, you can do more stuff with it, and it just really depends on how you use it
Yeah.
because it's the
And
same with social media when it first came out. So
yeah, the one thing that AI will never replicate is like the human soul
Yep.
and the creativity.
Yep.
So what it's gonna do is definitely it's gonna eliminate all the hardworking jobs. You're
Mhm.
gonna be only left with creative stuff,
Mhm.
art, something that
Because that's a lot of because the way it's a lot of trust to
Yeah.
put into because you whenever you say that
Mhm.
in the form of like look at man it told me to get this and you were talking about it says you know go and get that camera then this and that it takes out like what if you know who that's the best way to who what if that's not your best way like
Right.
right.
what if I mean because that's the certain elements of it too where you have to consider you know this is based off like is it giving you the in that scenario the cut like the best for what
Mhm.
like I guess if you put in more specific stuff it's going to spit out a more specific answer
Right.
but at the same time like it could be to varying degrees a lot of trust if you just set it and forget it and then
Yeah,
don't do
it's
it that way
that's the one thing that I think if you've never seen him on YouTube, Casey Neistat came out with a video, and he did an entire video where he went into ChatGPT and he said, "Hey, this is my day. I want you to write a script. Like, here's the shot list, and we'll build it out." And it was like just no, it looked like a robot did it. So
Yeah.
it's just the creativity is
Yeah.
always gonna be there no matter what.
Right.
So, but I actually it's 10:14.
Mhm.
We did mention last week about book club.
Oh yeah, we did.
oh
Yeah,
book
we did
club.
talk
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
So I got a surprise for you guys.
oh gosh here we go
But yeah, first off, Fresh over here, book club. That's right, Fresh.
book club
Yes, Fresh.
fresh
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna go
Book club.
get you a
Oh
surprise.
He's gonna
man,
go grab it?
this guy, what a great guy. But yeah, man, I think I don't know. It's just all gonna be on how you use it. Technology's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be something new. So I think overall, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, go AI 110%, but like explore it, see what you can do with it, and I don't know if there is a right way to use it, then try and use it the right way.
Yeah, I think it's obviously it's gonna be more beneficial for certain jobs. Like
Mhm.
you can like point to certain jobs where it's gonna be extremely beneficial to obviously some where it wouldn't be at all. But as far as the my only question with it,
Wow.
oh gosh,
Wow.
there it is.
Such a great like, bro. Oh
Look at the
my
color.
goodness. This is such a
The
great one. Like I've been wanting to read this too.
No way.
Yes, bro.
this book.
Oh man.
Tell me
Sorry-
about tell
sorry
me
to
about,
cut
tell
you-
me about
cut
this
you off.
book.
No,
Tell me
you're
about
good.
this
You're
book.
good.
This book right here, guys. If you don't know what this book is, this is our book.
See?
This is
It's
what we're
great.
gonna do for book club if everyone's
All
down.
two of
Yes,
you out
of
there
course,
watching.
bro.
That's all right.
This
Everyone
everyone's
watching
down.
it back?
This is the 48 Laws of Power. So this book right here, literally, like if you look at the reviews, it's one of the top books on Amazon. Not only that, this book is banned in some countries because it can cause revolutions because people can see the world
I
differently.
love it. I love it.
That's how powerful this book is.
love
So I
it.
thought it was a great one to start off with the one. But
Wow.
yeah, this book right here.
Dude, that's the best.
This
that's
is
the-
amazing, bro.
That's the best book pitch I've ever heard.
Yeah, literally.
He said it's
It causes
banned in
revolutions.
some countries.
It's banned in some countries because
That's
it literally caused soldiers and stuff to revolt. I forget which
Wow.
one it is, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
Bro, this is amazing, Chase.
So-
Wow.
Like,
That's
So
awesome.
if you guys are down, I
how do we
figured
wanna
if we
break this up?
if we do want to do a book club, right? There's 3 of us. It's 12 months in a year. Each of us we can go in rotation.
mm-hmm,
We can finish a book a month.
mm-hmm,
This one will take, if we do, I think it's 16 pages a day,
mm-hmm.
and we can follow up and kind of talk about it within those 16 pages.
Yeah, 16 pages a day. Let's do it.
No, sorry, not.
Or
Oh
20.
no, it's 16 a day.
16 a day.
pages
A
a
day.
day for a
For
year.
no, for this one, and that'll be done in 28 days. So in a
Oh,
month.
okay. I was saying, I'm like, we don't have to make this take the whole year.
No. No, I
Is
want
that what you were thinking?
do a
I was
book a
like,
month.
I was like, we don't gotta make it take the
No,
whole year.
no.
I mean, it's a big book.
I
I'm
know
not- I'm
anyone
not
wants to
that-
start a revolution.
Oh
in
my
countries.
gosh, fresh.
Yeah, but Fresh, have you read this book? I haven't read it. I've been wanting to read this
Bro,
one
me
for a
too,
long
bro.
time.
48 Laws of Power.
Literally.
I've heard nothing about it, so I'm
But-
gonna dive into this thing.
But
with,
yeah, if you guys are interested in it,
Mine.
I think it'd be really good. And then a punishment.
Let's do it.
We were talking.
Yeah.
Miguel and I were talking last week. Punishment: if you don't read your 16 pages, you have to do either push-ups or sit-ups or something for the entire show. The entire show can't stop.
you,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I
job.
mean, I'm not gonna miss. But of the 3 of us, I'm probably the most likely to miss. So what do you mean by the entire show? And not as if I just know I can't do like 50 minutes worth of push-ups.
We should do an interval, like an interval
Yeah.
clock for that.
What do you
should
mean?
do
You have to
interval.
do
Like every 10 minutes or so, you got to bang out like 20, 25
yeah, we
for
can
the
do that.
show.
Fresh, you can just restart then. You're only on the second law. Oh, we're good. We'll just restart. We'll all talk about it together. But yeah,
The
48 laws of power.
Bro,
This
it's,
is- This is like a really, really like crazy good book apparently.
yeah, that's what I've heard too.
I love stuff like that. It's more of a obviously more of a like
Bro, thank you.
motivational, get you going type book.
Yeah, of course.
Bro,
I
this
like
is
stuff like that.
yeah, this is amazing.
So yeah, I think it would be really cool to
How are we
To
gonna
start it
How
off.
do we want to format book club? Like
man,
at the end.
I'd rather do the entire podcast about it. Be like, yo, man, like if it
Yeah.
if it took up
If
like
it's a good
if like
one,
law
yeah,
one, we're
yeah,
like
yeah,
we're like, yo, man, hey,
Yeah,
law
Yeah,
one,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
you know, like if that's the entire podcast,
This
that's fine.
entire
That's
podcast
cool, yeah.
already was weekends and then
Yeah.
AI
Yeah.
for this whole
So-
thing. So I mean,
So
that's kind
I'm
of what
yeah.
we're doing.
Instead of ups and down, we can call this book club. I don't even care. But yeah, already Fresh said he's on the second law right now. I can confirm it's super good from what I've read.
Wow.
He's only on law. He's only read one law.
Yeah, bro.
No, that'll be
So,
fun.
I'm reading.
Yeah.
it.
So 16 pages a day is would keep us on track to finish it within 28 days. I think that's good enough.
Bro, that's
and
That's
then
I
we're
mean that's a
good.
If you
perfect
can't
that's a
dedicate-
perfect 7-day interval. So
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
Monday.
Yep.
yeah.
Would be the last one. So that'd be perfect.
And then
Just gotta dedicate.
yeah.
the time.
So I figured, obviously I'm kicking it off.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Then we can either go this way or however we want to
Yeah.
go.
What do you mean by kicking it off?
Like
he
I picked the
this one.
first book.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
Oh,
so either you or
book-wise,
Miguel.
Book-wise.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha,
So then
gotcha.
you can pick the next
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
Miguel
yeah.
can pick the third or whatever.
Clockwise,
It was.
Wow,
Let's
sweet.
do that.
Yeah, no, this would be fun.
Yeah.
But
This is great, bro.
How about
Oh
that?
my
I don't know
goodness.
why, dude. But like we mentioned that, I was like pumped.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
I'm
yo.
excited.
I know
like
he
I'm
said.
really
I know he
excited,
told. I
bro.
forgot he brought it up right whenever I got back
Yeah.
last week. He's like, "Oh, me and Miguel talked about book club, and I was, YouTuber that I watch or guy who does it,
Yeah.
did a book club for a while, and I was doing it with his. And I was like, yeah, it's like a lot. It's not pretty cute, but people do it, and I'm like, that'd be fun.
It's good, bro.
So if anyone's interested in doing the
Yeah.
book club with us, I'll put a link in the description, in our bio or whatever, so you can get it.
Check it
We'll
out.
be starting 1
Three more
through
books.
16.
Yeah, man.
We'll be on it.
1 through 16.
All right, gentlemen. Do you guys have any closing statements?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
think I'm
I'm
good.
excited.
Yeah,
I
me
know,
too,
and
bro.
Might,
now
I might
that,
get to read it.
We
Yeah.
this has got to. You know what? Clip this one. This is Chase's podcast because we talked about AI the entire time.
Literally.
And then led to a book.
Yeah.
Are you
See you later,
kidding me?
Fresh.
That is
See you,
literally
Fresh.
the Chase podcast right there.
That was great.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna wrap up, I guess, episode 6.
6. Yep.
Episode 6 of the
6.
ups and downs, or maybe book club. We'll see.
5 for me. But yeah, we'll be back with what's 16 times 7? With all of those pages read by next Monday.
I don't even know. I can't do math that quick.
So 10 times 7, 70
54.
plus
Hey,
7,
Siri.
6, 7, 32.
I had it.
I'm getting 92.
Are you?
16 times 7.
16. Oh gosh.
7 times 16 is 42.
I'm getting 92.
42,
not
4
redoing it.
plus
I'm
7.
not
No,
redoing
it's
it.
like 112.
112? I was off 20? Honestly, I didn't try that hard.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay,
actually
bro.
pretty good at math. I don't know why I just stopped trying.
But all right, guys, that's gonna have to do it for this episode. But we will be back